Hello?
Yo,
Yeah, what's up?
are you from NA or EU?
I'm from EU.
Okay, because then I would assume that your ping is really bad if you play on NA.
Oh no. I'm in NA right now, but originally
Oh,
I'm
you
from
live
EU.
in.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's
Do
cool.
you want any like background info or anything on like league and like ranks in the past or anything?
Yeah, I noticed that there's a season 6 platinum.
Yeah. So I've been playing since like season three. Season six, I peaked plat three in NA and like plat one in EU West, and then I took a break for most of season seven, and
Oh,
I came back. And I've just been an absolute shit since then.
it happens. This is current patch, so we know that the only optimal summoner spell is not Arcane Comet. You're fine with
Who you
taking
talk?
Taliyah.
Who you talking to?
Okay.
Taliyah is very creative in the competitive scene, but
Hmm.
very straightforward solo queue player.
Okay.
Probably one of the best mids you'll ever pick.
Hmm.
Really? Hello, Daniel.
So like I don't know, there's some games where I'm just like not in it at all. And on those games like sure they affect my win rate or whatever, but like I'm not worried about them. But games where I'm like completely focused and I
Hello.
still don't do well. Because like on my matches you can see like there's a shit ton of games where I'm just like doing poorly. But sometimes I just lose games and
Hello.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Or maybe like I just zone out at some point while I'm playing.
Yeah, there's like so what I can see is like you have decent CS for the most part, and there's like a lot of Taliyah being played in the past few days, which is good,
Mhm.
because if you play the same champion, she like you just have to master like mid lane, not the champion.
Yeah.
The champion's like
Hmm.
super easy to abuse because like there's just simple, you catch people off guard and they die. Like it's pretty much it. I think you should push because Veigar has a lot struggles last hitting. Like as you can
Hmm.
see him walking up and like canceling his auto. He's doing that on
Hmm.
purpose, but he's also trying to set up a wave, like where he uses his Q and gets two last hits. So
Hmm.
instead, just push the wave. Like he either attacks you back or he doesn't. And if he
Okay.
doesn't, like okay, so if he does that, right? The whole point of Veigar is for him to farm up his Q and then pressure your bot lane by flashing down there and then pressing R and then you die or Tristana dies. Sejuani
Hmm.
won't die, but it's either you or the bot lane, they both die. So you
Okay.
can prevent that by shoving it all the way in, like
Hmm.
straight into his tower. You almost always hit level 2 first. There's a lot of cheese tactics you could do with Taliyah.
Hmm.
For instance, you can shove to level 2 and then do a 2 gank like straight up at top. You can
Okay.
shove it and then you can do a bot gank at level 2 bottom. It's
Hmm.
very difficult to pull off, but it kind of depends on you. Like, oh, which team comp has a good level 1 for me to set up for a level 2 cheese roam.
Okay.
The whole point of cheesing in low elo, it's not to teach you like how to abuse the fucking cheese, but like most people in the lower elos that climb really hard, you abuse cheese so you could get free low, and then
Okay.
you do that, and then like as you get up there when the cheese no longer works, when it's like punishable. For instance,
Hmm.
like you do the level 2 cheese, right, and you get like a kill, but then they shove your entire wave back over here. Like
Yeah.
that's a punish, right? Because then you lost
Hmm.
2 waves, but
Yeah.
it's actually evening out. You'll learn the game if you get higher elo, because then like, oh, my cheese doesn't work here because they like played this out correctly.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you see how like you're shoving him in, and like he's like struggling in last. All he has is Q,
Hmm.
and typically he'll skill up another ability. Like once you're 3, both sides usually have all their abilities. So all you have
Hmm.
to do is he won't be able to kill you. Like not unless you like take all everything in the face. And you can't
Okay.
kill him unless he takes everything in the face. And you can
Hmm.
easily do that by pushing him back and then just going nuts on him with your pew, 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 pew. And
Hmm.
then
Yeah.
afterwards you kind of just win at that point. You know, like
Okay.
it's called threaded volley. I'm just gonna call it your Q.
Okay.
You just shove it and then it resets the cooldown. Then you shove it again and then you just reset the cooldown. It's so easy,
Hmm.
right? Like I'm sure you played
Yeah.
Taliyah a lot. It's the same logic. You can you can even do the brain dead mode and just shove and never think about anything but shoving,
Hmm.
because you think about abusing your region. How's your ping in NA?
Like pretty low, like 20, 30.
Okay, that's pretty good. all you have to do is just shove people in. Like we don't know what this Vagar's ping is, but it's always we're gonna assume it's one thing. It's bad. It's not 9
Okay.
like in when I was in Korea. So
Mm,
it means that his last hitting is gonna be pretty bad, right? Like especially
mm,
NA players, like they just don't last hit. Like up till like D2, I was watching a bunch of streams, and all you have to do is play Mord last season and just shove them in, and then they're like, what do I do? I just have to stick here and last hit. But then in
mm,
Korea, I watch LS do that shit, and it's like impossible. So
yeah.
just shove the dude in, but
Okay.
don't just be mindless about your shoving. Ward, you have 2 wards in your trinkets. I can't see it. I can see it, but it's really tiny. Like you see this 0, and then you see there's a
Yeah.
1, right? Like
Yeah.
you're shoving him in, and it's correct. Now we're gonna take a backtrack and assume where Kane started. Every player starts here, and then they go up. So nowadays people on Kane are just doing a 4 camp start, and they're not doing Gromp or Krugs because they take too long, so they're looking for a
Okay.
gank. So around this time, if you watch Sejuani, who is fucking retarded because she did this and then this improper pathing. But let's say
Mm,
she did this. When she's finished with this camp, it's time for you to ward. You're gonna be warding north side, not south side. And the reason
okay.
why you ward north side is because you're gonna assume, and it's not always 100%. You assume they started here, and by starting here,
Okay.
it means they finish here, and by finishing here, it
Mm,
means they will almost like be on this half of the map.
okay.
So
I used to. I remember at some point people used to start chickens red and then go into blue. Do they not do that anymore? Because that's why I was thinking that was like if he was gonna go bot. Because like I at some point I'm pretty sure that's the way people like path on Kane.
yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if
it's
that's
because
true.
he like Yasuo yeah, he has like Yasuo EQ built in, so he like EQs the
Mhm.
entire chickens, and then Veigar
Yeah.
just Qs over the wall, and then he EQs again, and the whole chickens are gone, and you're level 2. And if you try
Mhm.
invading and stealing his red while he's doing his raptors, you'll never finish the red unless you get like 3 people leashing your red. Like
Okay.
it's so
So.
fucking fast. Like it's not fair how fast it is. There's
Mhm,
a cheese tactic I learned in Korea. You can do on Graves. You just do red raptors and gank mid. So you have to
mhm,
be aware that there are infinite paths possible on Kane. There's
mhm.
red raptors gank, raptors gank. There is even raptors gank, and the game barely started and you're already being ganked. It's like you're
Yeah.
playing against Ezreal. There's tons of possibilities,
Mhm.
but you want to take like you want to think about the most standard possibility. The most
Yeah.
standard is like
Mhm,
1, 2, 3, and then gank. Now this is a
mhm.
4 sometimes, but at this time, because you shove them all away, I
Yeah.
suggest, excuse me, you take this, then ward, and your best bet
Yeah.
is to ward here. The only reason why you go here is because if he's gonna gank you, he has to come through here and he just goes through this wall and then just goes on you. If he goes through here, it means he took his sweet fucking time doing this. There is no way he's gonna gank top unless he
Yeah.
tower
Because it's
dives.
pushed up and
Yeah.
so is bot.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a tower dive position. This
Mhm.
isn't a pushed up. This is a tower dive position. And
Okay.
though he's this low, King can go through the wall, finish him off real quick unless Camille goes in tanks. And if they coordinate it
Mhm.
correctly, which it doesn't gonna work because it's silver, then
Yeah.
yeah, he'll die. Plus, Urgon's
Yeah.
kind of durable, and he also has like outplay potential by flinging someone and like
Mhm.
executing them, etc., etc. And
I like that.
bot lane already died, so like there's
Okay.
nothing happening. And then you also have to think about option 3, counter jungling. You don't know if this is up on her on he. What he thinks is she must be at her blue. What he doesn't know is she's not, because she's retarded.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
with that being said, this right here. Oh, she did 1, 2, 3. Oh, she did top half scouting for bot lane. That's stupid. That's really bad.
Mhm.
She should have just done this and then this and then what the fuck? Alright. So the 3 options she could do is tower dive top, take blue, take gromp, or wolves, one of the 3 or 2 of those 3, and then gank
Mhm.
mid. What is the most
Okay.
optimal? Looks like it's gonna be ganking mid. What is the second most optimal? Looks like it's gonna be invading the jungle. So they're gonna be on that half of the map. So it's time for you to ward up here.
Okay.
If you're gonna ward, okay, if you can't ward here, at this like blue field of flower section, just like here's the bush. This is right over here. If you can't ward here,
Okay.
ward here at this ramp. This ramp is
Okay.
extremely optimal because now you get to see whether or not he'll commit to a ramp here, walks towards the mid, like wherever
Okay.
he
Got
wants.
it.
You just check
Mhm.
the map. It's like
Mhm.
the most optimal. But here is just what the fuck my mouse. Here is just like right here is just very straightforward. You just put
Yeah.
it here because this is the fastest way for you to get ganked, like
Mhm.
the fastest.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about is like like what you're establishing right here is what we call lane priority. If you're what, oh right, he started, oh yeah, he started here and then he went down, right? Okay,
Mhm.
but why not do this and then back and then, oh my god, awful players. Okay, so he starts positioning this way. You gotta go this way.
Yeah.
If you see him on the map this side and he starts
Yeah.
moving this side, it's time for you to scoot over here. Get
Mhm.
lane priority
Mhm.
going this way. And the only thing I was gonna tell you about lane priority is if your jungler decides to invade and you don't have lane priority, you lose. Like
Okay.
you should not ever help your you
Mhm.
should not ever help your you should not be ever be able to help your jungler if you don't have lane priority.
Mhm.
You need to scoot over. Quick, 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 quick. He's already
Yeah.
there.
I'm not actually sure if I saw him down there
Okay,
at this
okay.
point in the game.
Yeah.
Um, I don't completely remember, but
If
I
you
would.
get this, then back the fuck up right away. Don't always like you don't have the luxury of being able to shove him in and poking him under tower. It's not
Okay.
worth it because like
Yeah.
you're vulnerable to ganks that way.
Okay.
Like generally speaking, it's easy for like an 80 carry to do it because most of the 80 really most of the 80 carries have push potential. That's pretty nice. That's one.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, this is the part where, like I said, you got a ward, and then
Yeah.
like it's because as you're establishing lane priority, this is like your responsibility. You died with 2 wards. That's what
Yeah.
like if like the jungler was smurfing, they would say, or if anybody was smurfing, they would say that. And Camille has every
Okay.
right to leave, and you can't flame her or yeah, you can't flame Urgot for it because he doesn't have lane priority. That you lose if you have lane priority. This is the same
Mhm.
logic as I said if you were playing Taliyah and you shove mid and then you just roam top or bottom because you have lane
Mhm.
priority. They don't have the
Yeah.
first response.
Mhm.
And then Veigar teleport. What if Veigar teleports after you have lane priority? Then you win because you burned one summoner and he loses a wave and a half.
Mhm. Yeah.
1 to 2 waves maximum, but he loses like up to a wave and a half, right? And like
Okay.
because he wasted teleport in an attempt to save a bot lane.
Okay.
I've seen it done before. I was watching a Masters 300. He sacrificed like 18 CS to get 2 assists for his bot lane, but then like he snowballed bot lane out of control. But he sacrificed like he came back to lane level 4 and the enemy was level 6 and almost all in him. Like he lost a lot of pressure, but then his bot lane
Yeah.
snowballed. Obviously at
Mhm.
higher elo it's easier for you to snowball because everybody should know what they're doing in theory. If they don't mess up, like they don't make mistakes. Well, they do. It's just that like
Mhm.
they make mistakes. It's just that like they're just like stupid ass mistakes. Like they got cocky or something. Like it happens.
Got it.
Like they think they overestimated their league or they underestimated the opponent's summoner spell or his damage or something.
Mhm.
Okay, so Dark Seal start coming back. I would have bought a control ward. Like just a control ward just so that you get more
Mhm.
vision control inside the bottom half if you see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
And you can also ward one. You can also do one ward here, one control ward, like one control ward on one of these bushes, then a trinket ward
Okay.
on the other, and then ward his
Mhm.
raptors. And the reason
Okay.
why you ward his raptors is because 90% of the time all canes take raptors because it's just so easy to fucking do.
Yeah.
Knowing that, you have an advantage. Something I learned while I was climbing was when you're ahead in lane, especially when you have lane priority, ward camps. Don't ward the jungle itself. Ward the camps.
Mhm.
Because when you're warding the
Okay.
camps, you know for a fact whether or not they're actually on it, and then you know that they're going to be stuck there doing it for a few seconds,
Got it.
buying you
Got it.
enough time for your team and to make a play. So now that
Mhm.
everybody's roam bottom, the only thing you can do is establish lane priority.
Mhm.
Veigar leads first because he established lane priority, but he hasn't backed, so this is unoptimal for him because now he's gonna back and he's gonna miss like a wave and a half. Like this roam might get him a kill, so it's 15 CS, right? But then like, or
Mhm.
yeah, it's 15 CS worth of gold, but in the end it's not worth it because he loses too much. You gotta shove
Mhm.
it all the way in though, if you want to make it
Okay.
effective. You can't just like half it. Like this is last hitting, it's not worth it last hitting.
Okay.
Now okay, so he came back and this is the wrong play by him. Now he can snag all these minions. This is the greedy play. If you were you're close to 6. If you're 6, oh, you just have the wall. If you're 6, you can't all in him, but if you had more damage, you could all in him. If you played like the early game right, like say you didn't
Mhm.
die at level whatever, level 5, 4, and
Mhm.
you had like more poke on him, or like notice he's out of mana. He can't really respond. If he casts any
Yeah.
ability, like anything, then you're stuck. Like you pretty
Yep.
much win. All you have to do is just shove him in. And he can't last hit except for auto attacking. And if he uses his Q to last hit rather than to poke you or something, then like he
Mhm.
has no response. If he uses his Q to poke you, then he can't last it. If he uses like here is an opportunity for you to poke him under tower. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
this is it. You can't just let him CS for free. Like you're already behind. And before you do it, like yeah, ward, but when he left the lane, you should have just warded 2, like one,
Mhm.
and then if you had a control ward here or ward raptors, and then just push. Because then
Okay.
if you're gonna be able, like the only reason why I say you shouldn't poke under tower is because you never have this warded. Because this is the fastest place for him to gank you. Sometimes it's here,
Okay.
but it's really unoptimal.
Mhm.
So then you just shove and then have raptors warded. If he comes through raptors. Like you're set.
Yeah.
So then like with vision, like you have an advantage. But there's only vision
Mhm.
on one half, so you're forced to play on this half of the map down here. Like you should
Yeah.
be sticking on like there's like a little like imagine there's like a little line like this little mini equator or some shit on this
Mhm.
half of the map because you have this side warded. And then if he comes on this side, you just leave. Like it's not that hard because if he comes on the other side, then like you escape for free.
Got
Plus
it. Got it.
support roams. Pop. Yeah, see? Like, look how easy it is for you to show. Look at that, yeah, like, just
Yeah.
realize that. Like, just,
Mhm.
look at that. And then he has to, like, he sticks here, and then he tanks this minion, and then you just poke his ass. And beat him up. Like, look at this, look at this. No, don't let him do it. Yeah, whack him.
Yeah.
Like you have refillable pot. I think you're using, you're using a biscuit. You have refillable pot, right? Like, what are you afraid of?
Yeah.
He Qs you, and then you're like, I don't care. You use a refillable pot. Make it up. You keep poking him.
Got
He's
it.
like, I have no pots. I have stopwatch. You can burn a stopwatch if you're crazy enough.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
this is circumstantial. Like, normal Vegars would have backed. He bought tier. He's bad. Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay.
You can't buy tier on this champion. No, it's not worth it. It's like it takes too long to scale. In the end, it works out really well, but like, it's not worth it. You could have just bought like a shoe and,
Mhm.
and an amphetome and like another control ward. That was a terrible jump. Whatever, it works out. Okay, so what I would have done is I would have walled him off. Oh my god, get him
Okay.
all. Good. Run. Wow, really? He got the double kill? That's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Welcome to
And
Phil
then
Buffs. Oh my god.
I think we
oh, wait,
also
what the
get.
fuck? What is he doing?
Yeah.
Knock him
We
back.
get the.
No, not that
Mhm.
way. Oh, okay, actually. Ooh, nice stopwatch. He has stopwatch too, be aware.
Mhm.
Wait, no,
Yeah. No. I think.
don't hard chase, he has stopwatch. What? Hello? Why
I
did he use
don't
the
think.
stopwatch? It buys time.
Yeah. I'm
Oh
not
my
sure.
god.
I think
Absolutely
because
retarded.
Ari killed him. I don't think he was expecting it, so like he didn't like time it right. Like
I would
because
have walled
my
off
Q
here.
didn't kill him.
I would have walled off right here so that they can't like cross it, but it's
Okay.
also as you're traveling, make sure you run towards walls so that you
Okay.
get there faster. And it's
Yeah.
important because this champion's a roam champion. That's why
Yep.
the
Yep.
level
Yep.
2 cheese thing works, even if it's like a tiny bit of advantage. It's why Janna like her roams are strong because like she moves faster like naturally
Mhm.
without speed boots.
Yeah.
You need to shove this wave and then just go. Like you have too much
Yeah.
gold to drop.
Mhm.
And then when you gotta shove waves, you kind of just sit and last it. There's a different story with that. Like you're freezing it now. See, like when you freeze it, like it's stuck here now, and he
Yeah.
gets an advantage. You're supposed to like completely shove it into the tower so that the tower kills all the creeps, and he can't last it under tower as efficiently.
Okay.
The thing about champions like Zed, he can last it under tower because he's AD, but mages,
Yeah.
nah, they can't. Not a single no mages can really last it under tower like perfectly. Like Karthus is a different story because he has a spell to do it. Like Twisted Fate has like a spell that amplifies his damage. So does Veigar, but like that shit goes on cooldown, so like he can mess it up and stuff like that. What the fuck? Okay. Sure. Shove it all the way back. It's a shoving war. You never want to give him lane priority. If you give him lane priority, what happens in the past like repeats. Always shove back.
Yep.
Good. No, don't try to fight him unless you have threaded volley. Okay. Good. Now he has flash and stopwatch. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. This I fuck up there. I remember that.
Yeah, you have to have all your spells on off rotation if you want to all in it. So like right here, like if you didn't have threaded volley, you can't go in like until you have
Yeah.
it, and then you have it, and then your other spells are still like this was on cooldown, but spectator is like a little bug.
Yeah.
You gotta have everything like you have to have your full rotation ready, your full
Mhm.
combo.
Yeah. I also just like
It's like
walked
playing
into.
Rise. If your E is on
Mhm.
cooldown, you try to all in, you can't. It's like any mage is like the same thing. Like
Yeah.
fucking what me? Rip. Wait, is that gonna kill him? Oh, the comet almost killed him. Sure. Why walk forward? What are you doing? Low elo. Literally walk forward, kills himself. And she doesn't have stopwatch either, because that's a bright idea.
Mhm.
Better take magical footwear over stopwatch, one of the most amazing items in the game. My bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, footwear really helping there, huh? Helps you
Mhm.
run down faster. Run towards the wall. It makes you move faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Any
Yeah.
wall, like just the sooner you get to lane, the more control you have over it. The less
Yeah.
likely you have creeps dying. Always take that to your advantage. If you're like Orianna, you press W. If you're Ari, you press Q behind you.
Mhm.
If you're Zac, you swing swing yourself if you're really blood loyal. It's pretty easy if you walled them. You can easily jump into combat. It's gonna suck, but like you can easily just go in there and ride it and then like cut them off from leaving, and then Sejuani can like combo kill this bitch. You need to reward that push in case.
Oh yeah, no, she just like backs off here and
Yeah. There's no other way she can go. She either walks into your minefield or she dies. So you can
Yeah.
take it. To be honest, you could take them all if you like manage it properly, like micro wise. You have flash, like you can
Yeah.
dodge an important skill shot or something. Like it's possible.
I don't remember. I think I maybe killed Vagar here. I'm not sure, but
You can.
actually
He
no,
doesn't have
no.
ulti. You don't
Mhm.
have a very big window for that though. So instead, just shove him in and then recall and then like buy
Yeah.
stuff and then leave. Because if you take that, like it's done. Like he just has to Q you again and you die. If he doesn't miss,
Yeah.
you die. You
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
take the.
Oh no,
like,
yeah. I think.
it's a high risk, high reward. That's oh my god. He could have just pressed Q and you died. What I would have done is I would not have gone in for the flash play because again he can just Q you and die. You need to see what
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks can offer. If
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks walks up and fears him, then you go in for that flash play.
Yeah. I also wasn't paying attention to the wave because like if the wave wasn't there, I probably could have killed him like faster. But like
Let me back it
some
up.
of my, because like some of my Qs got like hit on the wave because like I pushed it up originally, but then it like pushed up at the same time as we engaged,
So
and I
he's
wasn't paying
silent.
attention.
He can't cast
Yeah.
a spell. Then you flash forward for the play. But
Yeah.
then
So like
he
if that
has a
one minion
small
wasn't
window of
there.
opportunity to respond. Yeah,
No,
I
yeah,
see this.
yeah.
The
If
wave.
that, I think if that minion wasn't there, then he wouldn't have had enough time to Q me. Like I think that's
Yeah,
what
the
I was
reaction.
thinking. Yeah.
It's like so it's clutch. It's like really close for
Mhm.
comfort. Which kind of sucks because that means it's a coin flip. And you hate and like you have to hate coin flips in this game.
Yeah, yeah.
Always happens. This is an easy roam. Ulti.
Okay, here I think I
ulti,
maybe fuck up. I'm not sure if I.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, here they don't even need me. I just like kind of
I mean, you
just
keep the
come.
wall here. There, it's just there. Like you either do it or you don't. Like it's better for
Yeah.
you to do it than not to do it. It's not
Mhm.
like you're gonna use the wall again in the same manner. Like
Yeah, exactly.
it's how Taliyah works. She uses the wall and like to travel. It's
Mhm.
not like new.
Yeah.
But the sooner you ult, the better, so that you can get there sooner because you ride it and shit.
Mhm.
Like you don't.
Yeah.
You kind of like walked half of it and then like ulted at like last minute, which isn't
Yeah.
worth it. What's
Mhm.
with people buying fucking tier? Like this is 2 people buying tiers and they're like the most useless champions with tier. I mean it works, but it's like a waste of 750 fucking gold.
Mhm.
If you're gonna abuse Taliyah, I'm not against it. Just like you need to see like take small advantages. And one of the smallest advantages is just shoving the fuck out of your other. Like it's super difficult for you to if you think like about like wave clear and like how people work, like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of players that can outshove Taliyah like in
Mhm.
the early game.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Unless
I
they
used
spend
to.
a massive amount of, like maybe Brand, right? But then yours is like so much quicker.
Yeah,
know?
I used to abuse like Echo for that because you could
Yeah, Echo
like
could do
push
it
the
too,
wave,
but he's
ward, and then
melee,
just
so if you guys try to
yeah.
match it, it becomes a skill-based skill-based matchup. Sure. Sure. You can just shove the wave and then back the fuck up and just wait and then like make a move. Like this is a roam. Like you could roam bottom if your AD carry was better.
Okay.
Because like they're shoved in and like if your support was standing a little bit up more in like a frontal position, you're fine. But
Yeah.
your support's like
Oh yeah,
your
Sedge.
aim's, like, retarded.
Yeah, I can really do
Oh,
much
should've
there.
casted it as soon as possible right there to knock him back. Okay, this is
Yeah.
easy. Just minefield him, yeah, and then he dies. Wait for it. Then he dies. Rip him. Good. Super easy. Fucking retarded Kane players. Blast him, and then kite. Simple. He's gonna cast W, then a Q. All you have to do is just avoid the W and the Q. Just move up.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
move hard up like this way, like where my mouse is like up this way, because he casts it straight because you're running straight.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. So now we're playing ARAM and you'll always shove your opponents. Just note
Yeah.
that if you die during team fights, it's bad because like let's say you take Baron, you're a champion that is a wave clear champion, meaning that like if you die, then there's nobody on your team that like possibly if you look at your entire team, there's nobody that can do this like clear the waves. important to establish lane priority even when you have Baron. Like, it's how you take towers. Well, okay, good.
Yep.
Good. Run. You need to ward bushes more instead of face checking them. You have 2
Yeah.
wards in your inventory. You really gotta like get into that habit. That's like really frustrating me. Cause then if you if a fucking Camille and Kane were just sitting there and you would have just face checked it, oh yeah, no problem, like totally.
Yeah,
go
you're
for it.
right.
It's not worth it. Yeah, always take small. When I say take small advantages, I don't just mean like I don't mean just like shove a wave back, shove a wave back. I mean like that was free. This is the best time for me to back. I just took a kill or two. Doesn't seem like I can make it back into my lane and then push it out. I'll just recall, make it back, and then I'll push it out next time. Like almost most of the time after kills, I look to think if I should recall. That
Okay.
should be your logic too.
Mhm.
Like they'll do it every single fucking wave. After a while, yeah, but like if you take like 6 waves, like obviously you can back some shit. But like it's not like every single fucking minute that you back. Small advantages do add up. Like wait till you have enough for like a component or something. Like, oh, I have enough for a component, I'm gonna take that. Take that small advantage and like snowball off of it. And yes, nothing's happening right now. That's
Yeah.
fine. Happens. All you gotta do is shove, but you don't need to stay in the middle of the lane. That puts you at vulnerability. Like they can come and set up for a gank if they had to.
Okay.
I mean, you have wards, but like just go into fog of war. Creates a psychological attack on your opponents. Though, like there are like your teammates are already being psychological attacked simply by the fact that they're silver. But like this adds more pressure. It's like pretend you're playing TF. You disappear off the map. You don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
Like when you disappeared right there, Kane is like, "Fuck, did she leave? I'm leaving too." If you stayed in mid, he would have just stayed there and waited for you to get into a bad position.
Yeah.
Obviously, you wouldn't get into a bad position because you know he's there, but he doesn't know that it's warded because he didn't check, obviously, right? But as soon as you left, he left too because he knew, oh, she must be gone. Okay, you shove this wave and then just go down to fog of war, threaten to roam or roam. You either threaten to roam or you roam.
Okay.
If you threaten to roam, it means you just hide in a bush and just wait. I've done that a lot on TF. It's really fun.
Oh yeah, here I do something really stupid because I thought that she would walk towards me, so I tried to like heal her, yeah. And I think here I fuck up and like they're both like one auto attack away from me killing them, and they're just both dead. Yeah.
Don't heal your. Okay, if a Sejuani on my team ever did an improper pathing and started building damage items like Iceborne Gauntlet, I would never be able to. I would never live with that kind of player, and I would never bother healing them for shit.
Okay.
Like,
No, yeah, I was just thinking.
Like I don't associate with retards. Like it's just how it works. Like it's not like. It's not being mean. It's just fact. Like I don't wanna waste time with them. It's like four Chinese can like your fucking guy's name is International One. He's not Chinese. He's Korean, I guess. But like four Korean retarded silver Korean can't win. Same logic as Khan said. Just don't force to save your teammate that like he already fucked. He didn't gank your lane properly. When he did, it wasn't as effective. Like it's like he's not giving an impact. He's playing the best role in the game and he's having 0 impact. Like come on.
Okay.
It's not worth your time to heal.
Yeah.
Like that. Now someone you need to heal would probably be your second best option, Urgot. Because he's like 203 with like a decent amount of CS comparatively to your opponent. Like he's actually strong if you can't tell. He has Black Cleaver. Good dodge. You can also heal Fiddle, who is like at 12 HP. Jesus fuck. That's what we call overextending. If they die, they die. You could have just let it go and then just wait for mid to shove and then just answer the wave. Like if you look for a team fight and you're chasing, look at all this right here. This isn't worth it. This is the kill. It's the same thing. Oh. then you have minions in the way. You can kill you need to kill this wave.
Mhm.
And then it won't crack because it'll build up and add more here, so then it's gonna drop
Yeah.
here. Someone pings
Mhm.
it, it's fine. But see how like every big every it's like scam or some shit. Every action has a reaction. Every wave has someone responding to it. You need to answer
Yep.
every
Yep. Yep.
single wave and always make sure your
Mhm.
waves are in priority for you to actually do something. Some team comps like allow massive wave shoving, like as in like both sides have like people that just split push. Like you have a Fiora versus like a Jax, and then like they just split push all day on across the map, and it's just like a patient game to see who caves in first.
Mhm.
But for your team comp, it's like you guys just got caught out there, and now you guys can lose Baron. Now, if you shoved that wave earlier, you could have recalled sooner, which allows you to to travel towards the Baron sooner. Now, the only
Mhm.
thing is that their side is a democratic retardation team, where in which case that what I mean by that is like all five of them decided, even though Baron is the best call because because your jungler and your top laner are dead, and you were bottom and your AD carry was bottom, the best option for them is to push mid instead of taking the most free Baron in the entire game.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like they could have taken Baron, and then they just they could have taken Baron. They don't have to shove mid. They just recall, and then they shove mid and top at the same time, and then they win. Like you cannot, like you're Taliyah, but you cannot deal with Baron empowered minions. It's very difficult for you. Like let's say it takes 3 Qs for you to kill a wave, right? It's gonna take you like 4 or 5 or 6 Qs now because of Baron
Yeah.
empowered
Yeah.
minions. Did he just
Mhm.
flash? No, he didn't. Kill him. What do you do with this kill? What do you do with these 2 kills? You could Baron. Nah. So instead, just shove mid and bottom and answer top. That's all you can do. You can't, like, you can take the towers. Oh, the tower's already gone. This is a bad call. Their jungler's alive and their jungler's equal levels. You can just wall in and steal it unless you make the play to stop it. You're the only one that can stop it.
Mhm.
You need to help DPS Baron, but you also need to, like, be ready to wall your opponents off so that they can't cross Baron. However, that logic is defied because Kane. So just throw a wall off to prevent anyone but Kane from getting in. You need to wait for everybody to be in vision though. I see your positioning. This is bad for you, your part. You're actually just okay. So this wall is fine, right? But you can also wall if you're standing here or here.
Yeah.
Like what? I mean, yeah, there's a gap, right? But then you have the reason why you leave this gap is because duh, I'll just walk around into the gap. But then you're standing here. You're
Yeah.
just gonna shoot them. This
Mhm.
wall is great and all, right? But the
Mhm.
whole purpose is, okay, so she can do that too. The whole purpose
Yeah.
is
I.
also for you to
Mhm.
shoot them so that they can't catch it. You need to shoot them like right away.
Okay. Yeah.
You're a zoning tool. Just hit the cane. If you hit the cane, he can't kill the. Just keep hitting him. I already knew the Baron call was terrible from the start. Ah, there's the stopwatch. Good. Bad. Very bad. Ooh, mega bad. Jesus Christ. Oh, here comes the. Oh, Giga bad. Here we go.
Yeah. I'm not really sure.
He's dead. Oh my god. So you can never call Baron. Okay, I don't want to say never, but I will recommend it. Never call Baron when the enemy jungler is up and their support is
Yeah.
up. You must kill. It's like a condition. It's like I always set a rule for myself. If bot lane is shoving, if
Mhm.
top and jungle are dead, or jungle is dead at minimum and support is dead, do Baron.
Okay.
Because one, they will send, if jungle is dead, right, then there's no smite threat, no steal, so Kayn can't steal it. If they have to answer bot lane, whether, I don't care who they send, if support is dead, they have to send one of the 3 major carries. Camille, AD carry, or Veigar, right? So if they send Veigar, Veigar TP's in. But that takes 4.5 seconds.
Yeah.
If they send Camille, she has to TP in. That takes 4.5 seconds. If they
Uh-huh.
send Kog'Maw, he cannot be there. He literally walks across the map. So they gotta
Okay.
send one of their solo laners. So if you're doing
Mhm.
Baron while jungle and support are dead and they send one of the solo laners bottom, if their solo laner was there in the first place, their solo laner would obviously start casting spells, right? Like Camille was there, she start whooping your ass and like zoning you out. If Veigar's there
Mhm.
first, then he's gonna start dropping K's, dropping bombs, dropping Q's, pressing R, right? But if he's there last, he'll do it later. And by the time quote unquote later happens, you've already A, chunked Baron down, B, probably chunked down whoever else they sent. Like, you know what I mean? Like the whole point is to you shove bottom and you make sure their support and jungle are dead. Support is being dead is also critical no matter what. If they're 0 like 6, it doesn't matter if they're not dead or not. Like it's like they have to not be on the map because they're the only player in any elo that will actually drop wards. Because it's
Mhm.
their role, you know what I mean? So if they drop a warder, it means there's no vision on Baron. So now jungle dead, no threat of no threat of being stolen, Baron being stolen, and then B, no vision of them actually seeing you do the Baron. Then doing the Baron, then you take the Baron. Time flashes.
Okay.
I don't know, like you would have been able to see that, but you need the time flashes. It's pretty important. Okay, we live. Low. I thought you were gonna die right there. I was like, oh my god, you're gonna get blown by the bombs. Kog'Maw suicide bomb mission accomplished. Also, you need to kill Kog'Maw ASAP. Like if they're mid jungle, if they're mid AD die, advantage.
So yeah, do you think I should have used wall there? I was trying to like get
Get to
Camille
top.
off the top. Yeah.
I mean, that there's no other option for you to use the wall. You might as well.
Okay.
But if you're gonna plan it a little bit better, try to cut off the wave from actually touching the tower too.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm sure you saw that, right? Like the way the wave was positioned, it looked like it was really rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the same logic. Oh, I see a problem. Realize. Leandries.
Damage.
You kill squishies faster.
Yeah.
Like, the reason why I say that is because if you notice Kog'Maw's inventory, he has Wit's End, which means that as the combat, as combat is extended, which it will, because all he has to do is attack minions 6 times. Or, yeah, 6 times in a row, right? And that's pretty easy for him to do, right? Then he gets Wit's End stacks and Ginsu's Rage Blade, so that from that point, every auto attack after is gonna be like a double auto, and then he gets a ton of magic resist. So, like, the whole point of it is that, like, you have one magic pen item, but then like he has one item that defends himself against it. Though his health is very low, look your combo at full power. You have 2 AP items. He has 2 items too, but you don't even get him to 50% HP. And the only reason he gets to 50% HP is because your other teammates were there. You should with Leandries you can solo him. You can get Rylai's and Leandries for double amplified damage, and make sure you abuse it while you can, because in the next patch it's gone. Like you will no longer have that luxury of buying Leandries like this. Plus you could use the health, you know, like just for the helps. And then of course you can also consider another item. What is it called? You can't consider Adaptive Helm, but you can consider Banshee's Veil and Zanya's Hourglass. So that you have 3 items. You have Leandries, and then you have Banshee's Veil and Zanya's Hourglass. You won't have any extra like percent penetration, but you don't need it. You just need flat penetration, because their team is Bruiser, but their team isn't tank. Like if it were a tank, I would ask you not to buy Rylai's and just build a Void Staff instead. But instead we just need like you to catch them. Like you have enough slows on your team, to be honest.
Yeah.
Rylai's just adds a slow, but it doesn't really like. It's not like you needed it for your team. Like you needed it. It's like you have a lot of pressure without it. That's fine.
Okay. Do you think I should? Because so my thought process was like, I know like death cap isn't like the best option, but like I noticed, like, I mean, Tristana doesn't really do much because she like dies almost immediately, and Urgot doesn't really have like that much damage like at this point. I mean, from what I saw, so like I was thinking I'd rather go for more like just more burst that I can get, because none of them are really building any magic resist.
You don't technically have burst though.
No, I just mean like burst and like I can deal more damage
like
to
up front.
Up front, yeah.
So that's not what your champion's capabilities are about, though.
No,
what your champion's capabilities are is it's not burst, it's sustained combat.
Yeah, but
so that's why Leandris
like
is more optimal. Yeah,
just
it's because so assuming you burst fast, right? Like a quote unquote burst fast. Veigar is a burst champion. He doesn't build Leandris. He just builds like more AP because he presses one button and they instantly die.
Yeah.
Like right here, raw damage doesn't help you against Camille because she has a mega shield and then she can jump.
Yeah.
And you need to your ability is right here to stay alive and fight.
Yeah.
The longer you fight, the stronger you are. Not like the shorter the fights, the weaker. Because like if a fight is lasting too short, it means that you're not positioning yourself properly. And this is a really solid team fight where you don't take like just be hiding in between like bushes and stuff like that. Make sure you're safe at all times. You got an ace here. The best thing you should do is just you can take this tower, take next tower, possibly take an inhib. If you can't take an inhib, go bottom right away.
Yeah.
There's a wave at bottom. You got if you see it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I was just trying to get the in here because like we had almost like nothing compared to them. Yeah.
Wouldn't have recommended that. That inhibitor was free.
Yeah. No, I think. Yeah,
I
I
would have
just
used
want
it
to.
bottom to just take that
Yeah.
free tower and then
hmm
then use it as a route to escape.
Yeah, I was just afraid because like I
They
know
can't
like
stop you though. Like they
no
still have to travel.
no I actually walled. This might sound kind of dicky, but I walled my own team off, not them, because like I always notice that like after people take an inhib, they just like stay and try and like auto attack the
Oh.
tower.
Yeah,
So
but
I
I
was
didn't see you. I didn't hear any danger or back pings on it. Like I could
oh
hear the pings.
okay
I didn't see any pings going off. So I don't know if
okay.
that. Let me back again. Maybe that's on me. Let me hear it.
I mean I might have not pinged. I was just I mean to
You
be
don't have
fair
to.
like
You don't need to waste your R. Instead, yeah. There's like one,
yeah
two, like two back pings. You
yeah
could just type out like just back after.
yeah.
Just
I
type.
was
You could just type out just back after or ping the
yeah
fuck out of it until you can't ping anymore, or do
got it
five
got
pings
it
and then stop. But you don't
yeah
have to waste your R on it, because instead
hmm
your R could be used to deal with bot lane.
hmm
And it's really important that you get those free objectives, because like though it's again small advantages add up.
yeah
Plus, you almost have enough for, like, let's say okay, so you do have enough for death cap, and then like you have an extra set of gold for your first item. Also, if you're
hmm
gonna like take this blue, just ward it next time, and then
hmm
walk to it later, because now you have to. You're kind of doing a late recall.
oh
If they
yeah
do Baron, which they could be doing it, which is oh yeah they're doing it. Now you're kind of late, and you need your wall, and you don't have your wall.
yeah
So I would have taken that bot tower, but Urgot already went there, and they had teleport, so they just kind of burst it fast because they have combo. Okay, so this is probably game. Like,
hmm
if they were good, if they were really smart about like coordinated attacks, like they could just game it right here. But their waves are not in a position for you to just game it. Plus, Urgot, who has like one magic resist item, just soloed a Veigar who's like full AP.
hmm
Yeah, that's balance, by the way. Really fucking great champion. Hi, I'm Urgot, and I can actually tank like your entire burst. Your Veigar, your R doesn't fucking matter. I mean, Veigar just didn't even R. That's why.
Mhm.
Oh my god, you're probably dead. Zanya's. No, don't deal damage. Don't continue to deal damage, just in case like he like walks up and like blue screens you.
Got it, got
Like
it.
once you're that low, just sit really far back, because then your goal is to make sure that he doesn't get onto you at all.
Okay.
This is a standard thing. Like it's just like why give him a death? Because then if you die, then there's nobody to clear waves, and they have
Yeah.
Baron, and you're the only person in the entire team who can truly clear a wave without problems.
hmm
Hence why you needed that blue buff to last longer, because you know that they're gonna attack you.
Yeah.
Like your base with Baron empowered
hmm
minions, and if you don't have blue, well, trouble, right?
hmm
So instead, what I would have done is I would have taken bot tower using my ultimate, walked
hmm
to Baron. If Baron is taken, it's taken, but take blue after, so you have a longer lasting blue buff ready to
Yeah.
defend. I would have walled him. I mean, not walled him, but pushed him back right away. If I face checked that bush very carefully, I knew that. Okay, first of all, there's like 4 charging here. If you flank in, you're gonna die fast too, because
Yeah.
like once you go here, you only have one exit, and they're only running one way, so you will die. So instead, if you see Veigar, just full combo him and then leave. And this is the thing. You notice that your death cap, even if you blasted him, it didn't kill him right away. Like that's what I mean by like long sustained combat. Like you'll kill him over time. That's the whole point of Taliyah. She's like mini Ezreal Qs, in the sense that like it's
Mhm.
overtime combat. Like the more that hit, the better. But like having large amounts of damage, like it doesn't change anything, because like it still doesn't, like your what the fuck? What? Your thing doesn't change, like it doesn't change how like much damage you do up front, really. It's higher, but it doesn't mean like it'll kill faster, because like one threaded volley won't blow up a person right away, whereas Veigar, like like one death cap could actually blow someone up right away.
Okay.
And it's important because like now Veigar Veigar has the potential to one shot the Sejuani, and then he kind of just like Sejuani's dead, but that's because like she's retarded. Okay. Ooh, if he like full combos, he's a flash guy. Oh, is bad. Okay. Well, it's a game though. Good try.
Yeah.
The wall was a good attempt to cut off the wave. Buys you time.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh yeah, actually, I think we don't lose right here, but
It's kind of
yeah,
inevitable though. The only reason why I
yeah,
say that is because like of the way the state of the game is working right now. No matter what's gonna
yeah,
happen, you guys have triple inhib. You have been triple inhib. So now you can never leave the base for any reason, no matter what. So then
yeah.
they're gonna gather a ton of gold, and you're gonna lose a ton of gold.
Mm-hmm.
And there are ways to come back from triple inhibitor. I've done it before. Like I've like strategized with it in like scrims and shit. Like it's really easy to just be really patient and know your priorities. Simple here. Veigar dies. Veigar and Kog'Maw die. You win.
Mm-hmm.
Veigar dies. Kog'Maw dies. And your Nexus isn't destroyed. You win. Like you win the team fights. They're the biggest damage dealers. Then Brand.
Yep.
Brand is gonna have Seraph's Embrace very soon though, so you might be in a little bit of trouble.
Okay.
And by a little, I mean like a fuck ton. Like actually, like you're gonna get shit on probably. Most
Okay.
likely, maybe. Cause like, oh god, he's building. Is that a fucking Luden's Echo? My fucking god. What am I? What the fuck am I watching? Why in the fuck is he? Oh, you know what? I'll just let it go. Your Tristana thinks she's doing something because like she's 8 and 11 and with 227 series, she's like, oh, so I totally carried that game even though I had to defend 2 and 6 and single-handedly would have lost the game for my team. But I'm totally doing something. That fucking genius, dude. 4 Chinese can't win. My favorite argument was that it wasn't even like a problem either. Like the Koreans were just like, it's not racism. It's just fact. Like they didn't even flame it. They didn't even find him for it. It's just fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's not racism. It's true. If you get 4 Chinese people, you just can't win. Good dodge. Good. Okay. Good. Good. Knock her out. Yeah. Alright, now this. Okay, so the Kamehameha wave came in and you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Even if it's like there, you could react to it, but like, I mean, I know the game's over, but like, you gotta react to the flash too. Like, just right there, I would have flashed it.
Yeah.
The bomber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, where's the fucking, I have the game, like, right here. Let me show it right here. So yeah, your damage is high and all that, but their damage is high too. You notice your Tristana is garbage. Your Urgot did second best. Remember when I said Urgot can also do everything?
Yeah.
You need to stop Camille from snowballing. Uh, there's certain bans. I'm pretty sure in this game, you ban Zoe. I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but always just advice outside of the game, ban Zoe, or wait till the end, ban Zoe. This is a bug, Lamau. Oh yeah, because it hasn't updated over here yet, but this is fine.
Mm-hmm.
In
Yeah.
theory, you don't have to. I mean, you can take that. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
The alternative is some people take Comet, but I fucking don't think that's fucking optimal for shit.
Yeah.
Another thing you can do is take Precision, take Presence of Mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know that Mastery or Keystone, but Presence of Mind, for 5 seconds after you kill somebody, you get infinite mana.
Okay.
And then that allows you to go rip a full combo out. That's why Lucian players, when they go top, they take Presence of Mind for secondary tree, and then they go Airy. Like the same Masters you would run. But they take
Mm-hmm.
Presence of Mind because they could get a full loop combo immediately. And I mean
Yeah.
immediately after they finish. They kill someone or get an assist. It's actually super
Mm-hmm.
good.
Okay.
So that's a thing you can consider. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, look at that right here. But you must have taken the middle one. No, yeah. This is fine.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
like if you're looking to deal damage, yeah. If you look at your team comp, the only person that isn't like Urgot that deals damage is these two. So like if you're looking to deal more damage, you can, but like you honestly don't have to. Um, Safest bet is to go inspiration for sure. I mean, I've seen you use the stopwatch to your advantage. Your CS needs to be a lot better, and the reason
Yeah.
why it's also really important to shove your opponents all the way the fuck in is because you can CS a lot better if you do so. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to get every single CS, then just sit back and just wait. And then go
Yeah.
back into the wave, do it again, then sit back.
Mm-hmm.
Then just do it again and again and again and again. And then they're like, my god, this guy just literally shoves me in all the day. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you prevent, like, the goal isn't to prevent. The goal isn't for you to like, because you'll make mistakes. Like everybody makes mistakes. Like I make mistakes still, right?
Yeah.
But your goal is to make less mistakes than your opponent, and your opponent's gonna keep
Mhm.
making mistakes because they're gonna get tilted by the fact that they're not only shoved in all the way, but they can't hit you for shit.
Yeah.
People like Oriana, people like Syndra, people like
Mhm.
Echo. Like you can just shove them in all the time. Like Oriana has to use a fuck ton of mana to move her fucking stupid ass ball in order to last hit under tower. So you
Mhm.
just shove her the fuck in, nothing happens to her, and then you gather CS at the same time, and you just
Yeah.
wait, watch, and listen. You watch what your jungler does. You watch if your
Yeah.
jungler needs help. You need to play around the
Mhm.
jungler more. Though your jungler is mentally fucking retarded, if he starts camping bottom, I think you should camp bottom too. If he starts
All
camping
right.
top, you should camp top too. The jungler wins
Mhm.
games, and it's the
Yeah.
single most important role because if you have a bad jungler, it's like Chinese. If you have a bad jungler, you just lose. If you have a Chinese player, you just lose. So
Mhm.
like if you have a bad jungler, the moment he does something bad, which is like almost all the time, you will lose. There's no,
Okay.
it's a not denial. And if your top laner ints too, you lose too. Like
Okay.
it's just like a recurring theme.
Mhm.
So you need to play around both your jungler and your top laner. Bot lane can also snowball and win games, but they're the most
Yeah.
fragile. So like they'll die fast. So if your bot
Mhm.
lane's already dying fast and your jungler's still like trying to help them out, help your jungler out. Because then if your jungler helps a bot lane out, because they're like, oh, I still believe that we can help them by coming back, because they're a strong lane, there's a lot of gold. Then join them, and then like if you guys get a four x2 advantage, then you win. So
Mhm.
like it just comes down, and like how you establish this is simple. You just shove them in. Like no other champion can do this kind of repeat. Like Echo can do it too, but he's melee, which means he's prone to being harassed by ranged targets.
Okay.
Whereas Taliyah is like long range and sitting back. Now you might be
Mhm.
thinking mana problems, right? But then you have mana full ban and you have Doran's ring. Like,
Yeah.
what's the problem there? If you land every single last hit, you get some mana back, and then if you sit and wait and are patient, then because like you just sit back and you're not spamming mana. You know, you don't
Yeah.
even have to hit your damn opponent. All you have to do is just like spam spells to kill the minions and
Mhm.
nothing more. And also it keeps you safe from jungle. Because if you shove them all the way in, sure you're opening yourself up to gank, but then if you back up, what did they gank? They gank you a tower? No. You shouldn't like you should be actively just playing defensive because you shouldn't be thinking about like last hitting against your minions, you know what I mean? Like you should be thinking, "Oh my god, click the minions must die." Like they're you just Q, Q,
Yeah.
Q, back
Mhm.
up. Q, back up. Like it's just push and what your goal is, okay, how long will it take him to defend against this wave? How bad is his last hitting? Okay,
Mhm.
where could the jungler be? There's more important things to think about than how is this minion going to die and how well should I time my right clicking capabilities under 30 ping in order to last hit it. There's a lot
Okay.
better things you could be thinking about.
Okay.
Right there, like I noticed like your average CS count is barely 6.
Mhm.
Like the games that you had a major impact in with 42% kill participation, which you did no damage because someone else carried, you had a lot more
Yeah.
CS. But that's
Mhm.
because someone else carried, so because then you feel like you're not doing anything and like it's whatever. But
Yeah. I kind of feel like I'm between like, because I mean, there's like few games where like I really lose lane hard, but the games that like I feel like I always have to choose between like doing well in my lane, like CSing really well, and like killing my solo laner and like roaming, like. And the games where I roam, then I like fall off because I'm like not focusing on like CS and stuff like that. I'm like pressuring my lane.
yeah,
So like I'm not really completely comfortable on like how to build like that like balance where I can do both well.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you either it's like the thing is you either do it or you don't, and then what it's called is it's like it's the thing with I do when I struggle in mid lane too. It's like I don't think about I just think about shoving my opponent in, and then I think about the next strategy to
Yeah.
do, which is survival. Like what work it's about what my opponent is gonna do and what I can, like if you stop thinking about your own CS because you do it so well, then like it becomes when it becomes natural, it becomes easier. Like you don't think about you don't think about buying items, you just buy the item. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you don't
Hmm.
think about right clicking to walk your to control your character. You kind of just do it. You don't think about dodging. Eventually you will, but like it becomes really easy.
Yeah.
But the biggest goal right now, if you're gonna improve, is aside from shoving the fuck out of your opponents and establishing lane priority, watch what your teammates are doing and how you can play around them as soon as possible. especially your jungler. It doesn't matter who your fucking jungler is. If you have a Swain jungle, if you have a fucking Vayne jungle, if you have a Tristana jungle, it doesn't matter what your jungler is or who your jungler is. It matter how or who or how or what you can do to help your jungler out.
Yeah.
Because the jungler wins games solo. There's the best role to carry in because all of them are bad. Like they don't know exactly what they're doing. They're never there on time. They're just non-existent. If your jungler is doing nothing but farming, ensure that he like gets more. Ensure that he gets like you get vision on your side of the map, so that the enemy jungler can't invade. Like know where both junglers are. Like you have like if their jungler is doing worse than your jungler and your jungler is doing nothing, you should make sure their jungler is doing nothing too. How do you do
Okay.
that? Fucking push your lane. Then cheese the Raptors by taking one or two Raptors, piss off their jungler. Then their jungler will
Hmm.
most likely like this bitch ganked my shit. Get back
Hmm.
here. Rah,
Yeah.
and then in the end of the day, all you gotta do is just shove, right?
Hmm.
Pull the jungler's attention to you, then
Yeah.
just not die to the jungler.
Okay.
Like that's what Faker does. He just like, oh, hey, jungler's here. Just like buys time. Because then now he's
Hmm.
just wasting the jungler's time. Because jungle time is extremely valuable. I don't know if you've ever jungled before, but you ever get a
Hmm.
gank
Yeah.
off? Like, let's say you play Lee Sin. I see you play Lee Sin, right? In season 6, and I see here that you don't have any jungle champions. Okay, like Lee Sin, okay? You ever try to get a gank off and nothing fucking happens because your laner's like fucking retarded, right? Like that's
Hmm.
or they're just not like they're playing in a way that doesn't allow them to be bullied, right? Like
Yeah.
you just can't gank this lane even though the guy's asking for you to gank your lane. Like it's just not gonna work out, right? And then you kind
Yeah.
of do it anyway because you're impatient, and then you just die.
Yeah.
Same logic. Like though they could get impatient and force a gank for no reason, and you could just whoop their ass, or
Yeah.
you could just wait and just he's there, and you just try to
Hmm.
pull his attention as much as possible, and then just
Hmm.
never give up. And you're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, come on, come
Waste his
out.
time. Hmm.
Yeah, waste his time. Jungler's time is valuable because time is money, and if he's not getting a gank off, it means he's not getting income. And as a jungler, falling behind against another jungler is terrible. It's just how it
Yeah.
works. Like yeah, so like that's how you could use playing other roles to your advantage.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind when you're doing the jungle thing because like
Okay.
I swear to God, excuse me, junglers like have like the worst like they're like 90% of them just fucking worst. Like they do anything that they can to like fuck you over.
Hmm.
But you got to play around them instead of the other way around where they play
Yeah.
around you. Because if they
Okay.
play around you, that means that now you're dependent on them. But
Yeah.
you are solely dependent on them, and they are now like forced to be your little bitch. But that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Like that is just not how it works. The way it
Hmm.
works is that you have to be their bitch, and like you have to follow them because if you don't, they lose you the game. So you either
Okay.
win because you're helping your jungler out, or you lose because you didn't help your jungler out enough. Here,
Hmm.
your Sejuani ganked bottom a lot, and you were only there for like half the ganks, so you didn't help your jungler enough.
Yeah.
And though I mean, yeah, she's fucking retarded, but you're gonna get. But every jungler is retarded. It's not new. Again, it's just fact. So you have to help them.
Hmm.
And you don't even if they're all like pure like let's say you had a Kayn yourself, right? Or you had a
Yeah.
fucking Shyvana, they're pure farm junglers.
Yeah.
There are things that pure farm junglers can do better than other junglers. If you have a
Hmm.
Shyvana on your team, sure she got nerfed, but that doesn't prevent you from helping her.
Yeah.
She has to full clear, then she solos dragon. Ward
Hmm.
up and get lane priority so that you can help her do dragon, or ward up so that they cannot stop her from doing dragon. There's too many things that they can do. You have a Nunu on your
Hmm.
team. He looks like he's an idiot. No, not really. He can go counter invade, and then he can also walk around and get vision control. That's what his specialty is. He's extremely
Yeah.
good. There's a lot of things. Like Kane is just gonna like power farm until he gets his blue form. Well, how are you gonna help him get his blue or red form or whatever, right? There's just
Yeah.
setup shit. Like there's
Hmm.
too many things that you gotta do in order to help your team. And that's just your jungler. Like, what about bot lane? What if my bot lane's inting and then my jungler decides not to help bot lane, but instead helps top lane or helps my lane? I mean, if he's playing around you, that's fine. Because then now
Hmm.
it's your responsibility to carry, right? If you can't carry
Yeah.
your own lane, like, who cares about what your teammates do? Like, I've played with a fucking 119 fucking top laner once, and like, we still won the game. Because he's
Yeah.
singed. I mean, he's fucking singed, right? Like, hello? He still
Hmm.
manages to one-shot the wave because he's singed. And they won't
Yeah.
nerf that because that's fucking great. I had a zero
Hmm.
18 Zoe once, and like, she just pressed E and won the game because Zoe, nice, yeah.
Yeah.
World's fucking champion. Woo, whoop de fucking do. I'm so skilled. Retarded ass piece of shit. Alright. Next thing, aside from lane priority and all that, and CS and control, Rylage, you buy it every single game. Just get to
Mhm.
Leandry's. Zanya's is
Okay.
also really important. Knowing that stopwatch has been that impactful in your life, just think of Zanya's as an obviously next level stopwatch, except it has an infinite amount of uses whenever it's off cooldown.
Mhm.
So buy Zanya's as a defensive tool when you're ahead, and buy Zanya's as an like no matter what Zanya's is just super good. Like
Okay.
it's when you're ahead and you try doing crazy ass dives or some shit because you get cocky or something, like it happens, then you have some way, you have a leeway with Zanya's. And if you're behind, same thing. You just now have armored defense. It's very helpful. Like I think
Mhm.
Morello's into Leandry's into Zanya's into Void Staff and stuff like that. Just pure pen build and you're fine.
Yeah.
You're
Mhm.
again your champion's goal is sustained combat, so you know
Yeah.
need to last as long as possible in combat. Otherwise,
Mhm.
it spells trouble. Like
Yeah.
you also have to be really like patient with Taliyah because like again like when you went bot lane and then you just instantly died because like Veigar just shot you. Like you could have just thrown your combo at him and then just left.
Mhm.
Like just booked it the fuck
Okay.
out of there.
Okay.
And then like use your bushes to your advantage. You need to ward bushes more, not just when you
Okay.
shove, but like that's the whole point. Like the whole point of teaching you to shove and getting lane priority, establishing control, is for you to shove
Mhm.
the damn lane, then get vision on the side so that you cannot be ganked. And if you even if you play like please gank me, like you're forcing the gank to happen, escape,
Yeah.
because you know where they're coming from. That's why warding
Mhm.
raptors is super important.
Okay.
Every jungler does raptors. Like
Mhm.
you cannot name a jungler that doesn't do raptors. Like they will do it eventually. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, I can name one actually, Twitch. Like Twitch doesn't fucking
Okay.
do raptors. Like Twitch is fucking like cheese jungler. But Twitch is easy to predict. He ganks mid level 2. Like I
Mhm.
don't know how easy, I don't know how much harder I have to try to tell you that, but that's the easiest fucking thing you can ever avoid. Twitch
Okay.
ganks level 2. Okay. So you just shove the lane then back the fuck up, or don't even shove the lane at all, just sit back and wait and prevent him
Yeah.
from being ganked prevent him from ganking you. It's not like difficult, you know?
Mhm.
So that's it. Like think about like cheese junglers, what they would do. Like it's pretty
Okay.
obvious. Kha'Zix is like farm until it's free, so don't get low. Sejuani is like
Mhm.
she just ganks, so just like shove the lane and then just like open her up and then like yeah. Zac
Okay.
ganks from a farther distance. You need to ward camps. Like you
Okay.
know that you need to ward deeper and in camps because that's
Mhm.
that's that's how he works. Another jungler, Shyvana. She farms. Ward dragon, kill her at dragon. Really easy.
Yeah.
Like it's super easy for you to do that. If they have a Shyvana and you're Taliyah, shove the lane,
Mhm.
wait till dragon shows up, or wait, shove the lane, pink ward the dragon, wait, kill her.
Okay.
That's
Mhm.
and then you get a free kill. Now you have double buffs if she's
Mhm.
crazy. You have double buffs or single buff. Come back to lane. If she did blue buff last because she's on red side, then well,
Yeah.
see you later, buddy. Now you have blue
Mhm.
buff in lane, and then you just shove the fuck out of the lane, and then they'll never match you. Like your opponent should get pissed that they're always under fucking tower. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure if you ever play against Taliyah yourself, you'd understand how annoying that shit is if if that shit happens, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Just getting shoved into tower all day.
Yeah.
Like it's the same logic. Think if they could do it to you and it pisses you off, why don't you just do it to them because it pisses them off too,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
They're like people just like us, so like they do get pissed off too. I get pissed
Mhm.
off whenever my AD carry like makes a bad play because I expect a lot more from them and they never deliver.
Mhm.
Ever. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mhm. Um.
I think
Some.
that's all I can
Mhm.
get for now. Like I can't name anything off the top of my head anymore. So,
Okay. Do you mind if I
um
ask like some quick questions,
yeah, go
just in
for it.
general? Okay. So, firstly, like champion wise, I have trouble like playing one champion a lot.
Mhm.
Um. Do you? Because like there's some like Echo season 6 was, I don't remember what season it was. Like I had like 70% win rate over like a lot of games, and like um same with like Kindred or something, but like I didn't really feel like I was learning like League. I just feel like I was like getting good at that one champion.
There's nothing
So
wrong with abusing the fucking meta. When everybody
okay,
runs stopwatch and summoner spellbook, go for it, dude. Like just abuse the
okay.
shit out of it. It's fucking freelo.
But like, do you think I should just like try and stick to like a smaller champion range instead of like playing like random shit half the time?
Just play things that you're comfortable with, but like
Okay,
if you're gonna expand, play things that are similar in like capabilities. Another example would be
yeah.
Morgana if I'm gonna recommend you a mid. Morgana, as soon as she gets a couple points in W, does the
Yeah.
exact same thing that Taliyah can do, except that now she has a spell shield, so she can actually
Hmm.
actively help her team. Her roams
Okay.
are a little bit weaker, but like I recommend Morgana because she has a binding that pisses people off whenever it hits.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. Like just play champions that frustrate players.
Hmm. Another
Outplay
one that
Yasuo
like
or Zed, for example.
okay.
Never touch those fucking champions. It's not because the champions are bad, but it's because skill and it's like the capability to pilot the champion at its full potential is really like low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've had pretty high success with Galio just because he's so like
Galio's
simple.
okay. So for some reason, a lot of my friends, like in the higher elo community, they're picking this fucking champion up now, and I'm
Yeah.
assuming the only reason, and this is just an assumption, don't take my word for it, but the only reason he's being picked up is because every single mage got nerfed. Like Summoner
Hmm.
Spellbook is gone, all Malzahar, Vlad, everyone's weak. So now Galio,
Yeah.
because he's a magic resist tank, is strong because all mages are weak. Like hello?
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
so because of that, like, I'm just making an assumption. It's not correct, but
Okay.
I'm seeing Galio be played very much, and it's
Yeah.
very interesting because
Yeah.
it's Galio. Like this bitch received nerfed last season or some shit, right? And then like got a
Hmm.
huge buff, and now suddenly he's like not there. My friend
Hmm.
is like yeah, my friend played like my friend has a 63% win rate in 16 games in D1 D2 MMR at Elo. Like god damn it.
Yeah. I have. Uh, I'm not sure if you know who this is, but Phase dies. He like
Phase what?
Phase dies. He's like I don't know. He's some. No, it's fine. I just bring out. He's like D1 and he like built Gallery a certain way, and like I tried
Oh
to.
god, did he fucking go like Galio with like AP or some shit? Like
Yeah.
full AP? Yeah, that's normal.
And I've tried that, and I mean, I mean, I've only played like 10 games, and I won like 9 of them. But
Yeah.
like,
I see your thing, yeah.
yeah,
Galileo going full AP is fine because he deletes people pretty fucking fast. It's
yeah,
not a
and then
problem.
he also, yeah. So, do you think like just sticking to like
Galileo
I
is
don't know, like
fun.
3 or 4
You can play with that
champions
champion. Yeah, it's fine.
is
Just
better? Mhm.
yeah, it's fine. He does teach a lot. He also teaches map awareness because if you don't fucking look at your damn map, you won't help or save your team out. He
Yeah.
can turn team fights around. He's not a
Hmm.
bad champion. I'm not against
Okay.
that. Galio's fine. He's not like he doesn't have a shit learning curve. He's just really it's just really difficult for you to like what separates it is because do I know when to split push versus do I know when to like do this and that and that. Like
Hmm.
he has a different playing style because he's a champion that functions super well in fives and team environments. But
Yeah.
here, what I don't recommend is you spamming the fuck out of him and being a one trick with him. Obviously, you're not gonna do
Okay.
that. But if you
Hmm.
spammed, okay, if you played 1,000 games of Galio and you played 1,000 games of Taliyah, you will have more success with Taliyah because you're coin flipping in silver.
Yeah.
Like what I mean is that you're gonna get shitty five teams versus like soloing. Like Taliyah is better to solo carry. You know what I mean?
Okay. Hmm.
Like you understand what I'm saying? Like it's like
Yeah.
because Taliyah is better as a solo carry, it's more optimal to pick the Taliyah than to pick Galio.
Yeah.
And it's relative to elo because in fives or in higher elo, like in let's say diamond and stuff like that, you will have more success rate because he's playing Galio in diamond. He has a higher success rate
Yeah.
because it's easier for players to go even because like they're more focused on CSing. Yeah, they'll be aggressive and get kills and shit, but they're more focused on CSing and they will coordinate as five more because everybody in theory has a
Yeah.
bit of a like their brains will start developing slowly and slowly and they know what they're doing. But down there,
Yeah.
it's like you can ult someone to save them and then they're like they'll run away. You know, they won't turn the
Hmm.
fucking fight.
Yeah.
Or like you want to split push, but they're not even in position to like coordinate with your split push, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Or
Hmm.
you're like drawing three people's attention and they're busy fucking your raptors up, you know?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like you can't rely on it. It's too coin flip. Whereas Taliyah,
Hmm.
I just killed somebody. We need to win the game right now off this. We can just Baron, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you kill someone as
Hmm.
Galio, can we Baron? No, because you don't deal damage. You just tank the Baron. But what if your team's just busy fucking around with the wolves, you know? Or Gromp.
Yeah.
Like it's the same
Hmm.
logic. But if you do it on Taliyah, you start pinging. You got DPS. You just ask for a tank. Somebody tank this shit. We good. Like it's just how it works. So like it's more. It's like I'm not saying don't pick Galio. Just don't pick Galio as much as you would pick Taliyah. Like you know what I mean? Like don't pick
Okay.
the tank based fives champions that are super team reliant because you shouldn't be
Yeah.
relying super heavily on your team. Think like
Hmm.
the only thing that the Galio would help out with is coordination with jungler. But if your jungler's a tank and you're a tank, there's no point. It's just you guys don't
Yeah.
deal damage. Now you need a team. Again, that's even more
Yeah.
team reliant.
Yeah.
Now if your jungler's fucking Lee Sin or some shit, then maybe, but like it's not the
Hmm.
same criteria because
Yeah.
jungler being Lee Sin means like he's shit.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of factors that go into it. If your team needs a
Okay.
tank though, just pick Galio obviously. Like that's
Okay.
pretty straightforward, right? I'm pretty sure that's not that
Hmm.
difficult to say. I need a
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um.
but he is fun.
w-
Just press R,
mhm,
kaboom, and the hero's entrance, and then punch, and then
yeah.
taunt, and then flash taunts. God fucking
Uh,
damn it, love Galio.
one more question.
What's up?
I kind of got like mixed responses with my ass, like some of my like higher friends, but like I like I mean similar to like the champion thing. Sometimes I have trouble playing one role like always. Do you think it's bad if you main two roles?
No.
No? You think that's
Who said
fine?
what were the responses? Who said hey it's bad for you to play bad
I
for you to
mean,
play
not
multiple
bad,
roles?
but like they said that like I'd learn each of them much slower.
Oh, that okay. That's well. That first of all, that's rude. Second of all, that's messed up. It means you're weird out. No, playing multiple roles allows you to learn what each role wants. Like
Hmm.
I played every single role. I know what every single role wants. Hence why I'm a fives
Yeah,
coach. I know everything that they want. I know top
yeah,
laners beg for action down in bot lane so they can fucking teleport. I know
yeah.
junglers want to gank every single lane and have winning lanes so that they can do their
Hmm.
own thing. I know mid laners want to win lane and dominate. I want 80 carries. Which okay. I know 80 carries want a hard farm and hard carry to get their triple item power spike and to get set
Yeah.
up. I know that supports want a good 80 carry and like be able to make playmaking. There's a lot of things that everybody wants, but not everybody can get what they want. You want to try to help people
Okay.
out by helping them get what they fucking want.
So you think it's fine if I do like 10 mid, 10 ADC, and there's like no like big problem with doing something like that,
The
right?
thing with doing every single role is that it doesn't set you as it means that you're more of a fill player, but you're a jack of all trades, and it's not good to be a jack of all trades.
No, no, I'm not trying to say like like I only have two roles that I like, which are ADC and mid, and like the way I climbed to like plat and like EUS was just like mostly just playing ADC because like I didn't really have to focus as much on roaming early, and then I could just like kill people in the end.
Yeah.
Um, so you don't think there's anything wrong with me like kind of like switching on and off between those two roles?
If you say I don't feel like playing mid today, I feel like playing support, that's fine. But I don't
Okay,
want to say I'm gonna main mid for half a season or a quarter of a season or whatever for like a month, then just switch roles completely. Like it's okay to
okay,
like autofill it, but you need to find what your strength is at and
okay,
focus on the strengths. The weaknesses will be made up by your strengths. Like it's just how it
okay.
works. Like you know what I mean? Like one of the weaknesses I have is like instantly tilting whenever I have a bad AD carry and
Hmm.
like I just can't handle it. Like as soon
Yeah.
as I saw like some of the top pros play with me, like it's just it means I am so comfortable with what I'm doing that like everything I do is just so fluid. And then you
Hmm.
fucking play with like a retard ADC like a silver or something. Like I have a
Yeah.
friend that's silver and I play with him. It's disgusting. Everything that is done like I can't function. Like I just stop functioning and it's a habit that I
Yeah.
have that I've just developed
Hmm.
because like I'm so used to something else that I'm not used to anything like being poorly executed. Example,
Yeah.
like Caitlyn, like one of my favorite AD carries, like there's this guy from MLGB Tails, and he like piloted the champion so fluidly that I was allowed to like I can go in and I can trust like he does the next thing. Okay, I'm gonna trap them, and then
Hmm.
he misses the trap, and I'm like, what the fuck? But then he didn't miss the trap. He forced them to walk around the trap on purpose, so he queued them, and I was like, I've never seen that happen before. That's fucking
Hmm.
amazing. And then we killed them because they either step into the trap and take a headshot and then a Q, and then E and auto, or they walk around the trap, they take a Q, and I'm still on top of them, and I'm
Yeah.
Alistar, so I go full combo. I'm like, holy fuck, this
Yeah.
guy's a genius. And then
Hmm.
I get a silver Caitlyn that like places the trap, and then like they walk around it, and he doesn't Q them, he doesn't E them, he doesn't auto them, he does nothing. He just shoots them constantly. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
hope they step on the trap. Damn, it looks like I missed my trap. What do
Yeah.
we do now? Just gonna keep auto. Oh, I missed my Q too. Now what? Like, what the fuck? You just lost half the champion's capabilities. It's like
Hmm.
that's what it's called strength and weakness and piloting. Like
Okay.
you can't pilot Taliyah at like god tier levels. Like obviously like you don't have the experience. You don't play like millions of games of Taliyah. Like those 6 million mastery point players.
Yeah.
Like what I mean. Or Tempest, when he pilots Yasuo, he's played millions of games of Yasuo and he's challenger. He hit rank 1 last season as before his account got banned. He's fucking rank 3 right now. He's like the best Yasuo in the entire country, better than Yasuo because
Yeah.
he's just a memer. Tempest is actually really fucking good. He's one of my favorite players. Um, he plays multiple roles too. As an example, he plays jungle, he plays support, he plays mid top with Yasuo. He has champions that he feels that like this is easy for me to abuse lane with. I'm Brand. Press W, Q, E, done.
Yeah.
Like it's super
Mhm.
easy. So like if you want to pick up other roles, play champions that you're like there are champions that can play multiple roles. Morgana,
Mhm.
mid, top,
Yep.
support. If you're troll jungle, um, Jax top, jungle. Like you know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
if you want to like climb if you want to climb versus want to like improve, there are two different things. Then you can also mix and mash them together. Play
Okay.
if you want to improve and climb, you gotta play your strengths because then you
Okay.
won't be able to learn from your mistakes because like you should be able to know how to pilot the champion. But in the terms that like I don't have to think about my auto attacks, I don't have to think about so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
But what you should be thinking about is your next decision, and it's a decision making thing. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
choices that you make impact the game, and those
Yeah.
small and that's why I mean like shove the lane because like those choices are very important. So
Mhm.
consider that. If you're going to learn other roles, like I would recommend you play support because it just takes from mid lane. Like you're
Okay.
playing mages in mid, so you play
Mhm.
mages in fucking bot lane too. You know, like
Yeah.
Brand, like same logic. And that's what one of my friends did. He was a mid main, and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna transition to AD carry support only. And he's playing support really well because he plays mid very well.
Mhm.
It's just how it works. Like
Okay.
like you can't be a support main and then switch to jungle and be a hardcore jungle main because there are things that are involved that are like ultra critical thinking. I mean
Yeah.
like not sorry, it's not support into not jungle, support into top. Like it just doesn't fucking work.
Mhm.
Like there are rules that translate other like some like AD carry could switch into jungle score. Mid laners could switch to or AD carries could switch to mid piglet. Um, fucking AD carries could switch to support core JJ and he won worlds like that kind of thing. But like yeah, I've never fucking seen a support switch to top or a top switch to like fucking AD carry. It just doesn't fucking make sense like half the time, you know.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
like there are rules that like for you I'd recommend support as the
Okay.
secondary. Like I'm not saying as a primary, but because like of the champions you play.
Okay.
And tertiary would be jungle, but like that's pretty much it. Like I wouldn't see you at I can't see you as a top laner unless you play
Mhm.
Galio. And that's pretty much it. Like I
Mhm.
don't see you as an AD carry because you're playing mages, but I mean this is one game, but I can't gauge your capabilities. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not easy for me to gauge your capabilities. It's just my that's just my advice. I would say you can play other roles. I'm not like forbidding you to fucking play other roles or anything. It's just that
Mhm.
like are you gonna get anything out of playing other roles other than like
Yeah.
yeah, I understand what I want roles to I want to understand what roles want, but then like the is it really like what you want? Like do you really want to fucking play AD carry? Like if you're autofill to AD
Mhm.
carry I understand, but like do you really want to play AD carry and
Yeah.
like have that high standard held to yourself? Because if you die you lose the game for your team. That's usually how
Yeah.
it works. You know what I mean? Like you don't want that kind of
Mhm.
responsibility. Just play like mid or what you're comfortable with. That's what I would
Okay.
recommend.
Mhm.
Like I would hate for you to switch into like AD carry with a or play another role with a false hope that like oh yeah this is gonna be like me climbing and then like nothing
Nah,
happens because like
the only reason I say that is because like originally I was AD carry and then I switched almost completely to mid, but
did
like
you switch to AD did you switch from AD carry because of ADC 2017 the meme and everybody deletes you in one hit like Syndra?
mm, I know I just got
Okay,
sick
good,
of
good.
yeah.
Like I felt like everybody who left AD carry like Piglet because like they just got deleted in one hit and there was no point in playing the game anymore because you just lost your like you're just like hey
Yeah.
I'm here to play 4v5 like no
Yeah.
god damn it stupid ass champions I swear to fucking god. Like I get where you're coming from because like everybody struggles to climb eventually and they can't find their niche, but
Yeah.
like it's not impossible for you to find your niche, like your strength.
Yeah.
You will find it
Yeah.
eventually.
I was just kind of worried because like for like season six like even I mean I'm not saying like by any means Plat's like high MMR, but like for me that was like higher on the like spectrum that I've ever been. So and like those games are like 100 times easier than like
Yeah, it's a
what
lot
I
more
have to.
their players are like as you climb, you'll see players should be in more control of their champion, but they're not in control of their tilt or their responsibilities as
Mhm.
for the choices that they make. Every role has a job that they need to do. You need to master the jobs. Support
Mhm.
needs to time summon or spell. Support needs to be able to roam. Support needs to ward.
Yeah.
Junglers need to be ready to smite 100%, need to conserve their smite, need to be ready to transfer buffs, need to think about where the enemy jungler is, where the most optimal spot for gold and camping or jungling is. And like there's a lot of things that they think about, what camps that they should do to for their perfect pathing to gank the right lanes, what lanes are
Hmm.
power spiking. Mid needs to think, how often do I need to establish lane priority and what can I do with the said lane priority? Can I use blue buff to my advantage? Do I need blue buff? Am I
Hmm.
a champion that functions well like in the mid to late game, or am I a split pushing kind of champion? Am I
Yeah.
used for team fighting? There's like too many things to think about. Top laner, how often should I lynch myself because I don't play top lane? That kind of thing. Because like
Hmm.
anybody who plays top is like sad because top sucks. Don't play top. If you get top dodge, you should also think
Okay.
about dodging games too.
Okay.
Like if you don't get a, if you want to play top, go for it. Be my guest. But
Okay.
I don't recommend it. Everybody hates top right now. It's the worst role, and your top lane.
Hmm.
Like, if you think you're gonna int in the role, just don't do it. Like, it's not worth it. You'll lose the game for your team, and you're bearing responsibility, and you don't want that kind of pressure. Trust me,
Yeah.
if I get top, I dodge. Like, I'm not fucking taking the risk. It's not worth it.
Hmm.
Like, I know, like, no matter, like, oh, just play tank. Okay, so now they just play a carry and beat the shit out of you. They play Fiora and right click you to death. What did you
Yeah.
ban Fiora? Well, you just wasted a ban.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's not worth it because like every single top now has a counter, and it makes top worse.
Yeah.
Like you can play like Nartimo or whatever, and it's just like it's not worth it. It's just like, so fucking
Hmm.
bad.
Yeah.
I play fucking Janna this game. Fuck it. Like that's pretty much it. Like your champion pool, like don't play TF though. Like he's in a fine state if you watch Apto, but like right now I wouldn't recommend it. That's just my personal opinion though.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to go over? Because I don't really
Uh.
think of anything off the
y-
top of my head.
Yeah. Just one more. Do you think Echo is still viable? Because like I've heard things that like now he's kind of trash because like klepto nerf and like I know they nerfed him like sometime before season 7 or before season 8. Do you think he's still like someone I should
Ezreal?
consistently play? No, Echo.
Oh, Echo. Did you say
Or do you think I should?
Necromancy?
Yeah, because you used for like I don't know for like a month or two you used to run a klepto on him because
Oh,
like
Klepto. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, Klepto Ezreal. I would recommend watching like Shifter because he was like the only person that. Oops, I typed in Kleptomancy. I'm pretty sure people run like Airy or like Comet or
mm,
Electrocute nowadays.
yeah.
They go like Electrocute because sudden impact.
Mm, yeah, so I think I mean that's pretty much it. I'll try and incorporate some of your advice into playing. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it does well.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'll catch you later then.
Alright.
For another session if like overtime because like it's
Okay.
getting really hectic over here in the schedule.
Alright. Sounds good. Alright. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. See you later, man.
See you later.
Hey guys, that was what was I coaching? Oh yeah, I was watching gameplay with fucking Taliyah. So that was Taliyah mid. He was running the Korra skin, so I'll make sure to remember that. All right. Twitter's here, Skype is here. I'm gonna go catch some games. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.